Have you ever experienced where you want to do a carnivore diet? You want to eat a lot of eggs, you want to eat a lot of red meats, but your parents didn't support you. Parents thinking that you are out of your mind, thinking that you are like weird, right? Because your parents didn't know that the new studies about red meat, about the cholesterol, well, actually, cholesterol is really good for us, and red meat doesn't cause like cancer and cause like damage in your body. Actually, red meat and cholesterol are really good for your body. You already know that. You're already studying that. You already watched some videos, something like that. And then you want to try to do a carnivore diet. You try to eat a lot of eggs, and your parents scared to you that what are you doing? They're like mad at you, or they're kind of like upset that you kind of like eat a lot of like unhealthy things. Will actually, and this can makes you like kind of make you stress because I already experienced it. And let me tell my story quick. And when I like learning about carnivore diet, I'm learning about actually cholesterol is not bad. I was like, at first I starting to eat like 10 eggs every single day. I think 20 eggs. Yeah, 20. So that's mean 2-0 because back then I'm not like eating veggies, I'm not eating carbs, I'm just eating eggs only. So that's mean in one day I only eat 20 eggs only. That's it. And my parents really scary, you know. My parents, no, I mean, I start at 10 eggs first. After over time, I start 20 eggs, but until right now, I only eat 8 eggs only. So back to the story. At first, I start to eat 10 eggs every single day, and my mom is kind of like so worrying about me because she thought that cholesterol, my body will be like a lot of cholesterol, which are she think that it really bad for my body. And how do you like face with your mother when your mother is like always like talking to you like eggs is really unhealthy and it's really not good for you, and actually you just do whatever, like you just continue like cooking the eggs because that's when your mother will be get used to it. First, when I was like, I convinced my mother that eggs are healthy. Actually, it was like fine, but yeah, at first my mother doesn't believe in me, but after like I'm just keep doing it. Later on, she already like get used to it because back then when I was like eating a lot of carbs, a lot of like grains, my mother like already get used to it. She have this like perception about me that, oh yeah, she only like eat carbs, she just normal. And after I started to eating 10 eggs every single day, it's like kind of like my mother perception about me is already changed, which she think I'm different now. So yeah, actually my parents at first kind of like worrying about me. After like I convinced them that actually it was fine, and I just like ignoring them. To be honest, it sounds so sad, but it sounds like I'm a bad kid, I'm a bad son. But actually, I just do whatever like I want. They say I need to stop. They say it's really dangerous for me, but I just cook anyway. Luckily, that I'm really grateful they're not like abusive. They're not like hit me if I didn't like listening to them. They just like have a little conflict. Have a uncomfortable conversation. But yeah, I just ignoring them and just continue until this day. Until several months, they already get used to it. So it's like they're thinking, oh, actually it was fine. Actually, there's nothing wrong with him. That my son didn't like dying or something like that. He just looks fine. And yeah, slowly, my mother especially started to support me. He buy me eggs, 30 pieces of eggs per week, which I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for her. And at first, gonna be uncomfortable. That's mean if you like cook eggs and your mother is like always your mother or your father is always like say to you that eggs are really unhealthy, you should avoid it. If they're abusive, like they hit you, then yeah, fine, you have to like keep secretly cook the eggs. But in my situation, they're not like abusive. They just like you know have a uncomfortable conversation, which is really uncomfortable, bro, to be honest. And have some like conflict. I just ignore them and I just cook eggs and I just eat it like normal. And it's really uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. So that's mean if you like wanted to eat consistently carnivore diet, your parents might be like, "This eggs really unhealthy," but you just ignore them. It sounds sad, but after a few months, they see that you looks fine. They started like get used to it. They started like, oh, my son is eating eggs, which they seems normal now. They see you eating eggs like 1,000 times, and they see like it's fine now because later on your parents will be get used to it. So yeah, if you're trying to convince them, they are not gonna like believe in you because can you imagine you're a big guy, right? And then there's some like random child says to you that actually sugar is good for you. Actually, sugar can make you strong. And if you see this child and you're thinking whatever, it's just like some random child, right? Same thing with your parents. They think that you are like still a little boy. So that's mean if you're trying to convince them, it's not gonna work. So you just ignore them and just cook the eggs and eat it. At first, they gonna be conflict and comfortable conversation, but over time, they will be get used to it, and they're not like have a conflict about oh eggs are really unhealthy for you or something like that. Yeah, that's me. Just wait, and you have to face that there's be gonna a lot of like uncomfortable conversation and conflict. So I hope it helps. Thanks.